Notorious Biggie Smalls, Junior Mafia Clique, represent. This one going out to Brooklyn. Y'all know what time it is. Gonna do this one for my man, Mr. C. Represent all day, every day. And all you other tape niggas and bootleggers, stay in the house, because Brooklyn got this shit locked down. So anytime you're ready, Mr. C, we gonna get on.
Whoa. Welcome to Basketball Heads Live. I am your host, Glenn Pooh Harding. And we were just listening to the Notorious B.I.G. May he rest in peace. Tonight, we have a very special guest. This basketball head was born and raised in Harlem and Brooklyn. He was part of the legendary hip-hop group, the Ultimate 3 MCs, with DJ WizKid and hip-hop pioneer DJ Kool Herc. This basketball has also played for BMCC for the legendary coach Gene Carroll. Afterwards, when he left college and all that and decided what he wanted to do in life, he became a film director for NBC Sports. Now you can catch him on the sidelines coaching the number 18th basketball program in the country, Pioneer Academy in New Jersey. So, without further ado, help me welcome to the show, hip-hop legendary MC, BMCC standout, NBC Sports film director, coach, Tony Paris.
Y'all ready? Yes. You have just stepped into the world of chaos, where everybody goes hard. Come on. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Or go home. Never back down. You gotta hold your own. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Go hard. East Coast. Go hard. West Coast. Go hard. Midwest. Go hard. Dirty. Hurry up, everybody. Get online, buy your tickets, cause the game about to start.
I hit the screen by mistake. I saw my wife.
Okay.
Hey, wifey. I saw my wife on there, so I hit the screen by mistake.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we got my man Scooty Randall. Oh, that's my man, Scooty. Yeah, we got two. My man Ricky too. We got two twins coming in next season. They're undergrads, and then these guys could go, man. I mean, they really can go. I'm really excited about them coming in next year. And, we also looking for a couple of more pieces, to fit into the program. We got a 4 and a 5. We need a couple more 4s and 5s, and we need a 1, So, we got anybody you got that's good, that could play. I always say, come to the school first, visit the school, come see us practice, and decide then if you like what you see. Because not every fit is a good fit. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah.
This kid jumps center. He jumps center and plays point guard on offense.
Yeah, we got 2 kids. We got about 3 kids like that now that play multiple positions. We got a kid named Anthony Dunbar. He's averaging a double-double. Jumps out the gym, plays 5 positions. He's leading a team in block shots. He's getting like 4 or 5 block shots a game.
Wow.
Gym. Yeah, it's crazy. He can guard 1 through 5. DeMonte Johnson is another player of ours. He can guard 1 through 5. And he leads the team in rebounds and charges. He's one of our best defenders that we have on the team. Yeah, we got another 6'3" kid, Jameer Tyrell, which is great. He got like every move in the book. He can score, he can shoot. I mean, he jumps out the gym too. And our point guard, Deshaun Harrison, a.k.a. Swerve, he's one of the best point guards in the country, one of the best in the country. And they get a lot of looks from a lot of different schools, Iona, Monmouth, Ryder, LaSalle. They get a lot of looks from a lot of different schools. Haven't committed yet, so hopefully they will be committing soon. And we got a kid, Amir Gray from Maryland. He's tough. This kid is lights out, man. Mid-range game is a killer. His mid-range game is a killer. And you don't see that too
No,
often.
that's very underrated. Yes, now, right?
Mid-range is a killer. We got Diari Duncan, who's from Queens, New York. He plays 6'9" kid. This kid is tough, man. Dunk on everybody, rebound, block shots. He got all the post moves. I mean, this kid he's tough. He's tough. We got like 7, 8 post grads this year that really played really well for us, which is why we're 20-5 and number 18 in the country. You know, because of the post grads, you know, the way they play so well together. Another kid, Junior from PA, who's a 3-point specialist. You know, he shoots the lights out too. You know, just great players. And then our undergrads, Troy DeCruz, David Dix. I mean, these guys are such great players. Like they're experienced behind their years. I mean, these guys are juniors and sophomores, and they're ready to play at the next level already. Even Chris Jones.
Wow.
Chris is one of our great rebounders and shot blockers. My man, and Jen. I mean, these guys can play, man. They really been good for us this season, man. Which is why, you know, we had a great record. And we had an AD, my man Reggie. I got to shout out to my man Reggie James, man. He did a great job of putting all this together for us, man. You know, and it's been a great season. It's been a great season, a great journey. But we're not done. We're not done because we have a couple of prep national tournaments coming up next week and the week after. Of course, we're doing something together. Of course, basketball heads and Coach Tone and Pioneer, we're going to be working together, and we're going to be putting some things together, too, which I can't wait for that, you know. Then we got a tournament next month with Big Apple Sports in Tippy. You know, we doing something with him. My man Nate Blue, we're doing a national program with him, and my man Kaz, we're doing a prep national tournament next week with him in Jersey City. So we got a lot of big things coming up, and hopefully, you know, we get these guys more eyes on these guys, you know, to get opportunities to go to college. Because that's what it's about. It's about these kids getting into school, going to college, you know, and being successful at whatever career they have. You know, it don't always have to be basketball. It could be anything. But their success is my happiness. I just love it. I love it, man. So thank you. Thank you,
Coach Tony T. Glad you're here, brother.
Thank you for having me on, man. I appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I always wanted to say this, too. Welcome, 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 welcome. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Hey, listen.
God bless you, man.
I get people that see me on the street, and
what's up, Rick?
They don't really know me. They just go, yo, you Glenn Pooh Harding. And they do. I'm like, so you watch the show. You watch the show. That's good.
Yo, you got to trademark that, man. That's your slogan right there. You got to trademark that, man.
Facts. I'm going to do that. And
you know, I love what you do, man.
The first part, I'll maybe get some T-shirts. Welcome, right?
Yes. You know, I love what you do, man. You do a lot of great things for New York City, man, for basketball all across the country, period. And, you know, everybody wants to tune in and hear what you have to say because it's very informational. You know, you have a lot of experience in this game, and you know everybody. You know, that's huge. You know everybody. You know, you can't drop a name without Pooh knowing the name. You know what I'm saying? So that's big, man. That's huge, man. And I'm proud of you, man. And just keep doing the great work that you do. Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
You are.
I'm glad to come up in a unique era where, you know, we came up in, and that just allowed me, you know, my arm to stretch out. You know, I talk about the music side, which we're going to get into your music side and go into your whole story. Yeah. But there was a time where I felt I loved with the game and was focusing more on the music.
Right.
So we're staying that, and we, you know, celebrating Notorious B.I.G. tonight. All right?
Yes.
Rest in peace to the Frank White. That's
yes,
right.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
All right.
Greatest
so
of all time.
Yeah. Oh, so you agree. All right. So we're going to save that because that's going to be a part of your top 5. All right?
Right.
All right. So I want to know, who introduced you to the game?
My brother Chappie introduced me to the game of basketball. He and my cousin Junior, they taught me the game of basketball like when I was about 9, 10 years old, living in Harlem. We used to go to PS 76, the schoolyard. That's when they called the park the schoolyard back then. And we went to the schoolyard and played basketball. And we used to go to Watley on 114th Street, and we used to play down there in the hole. Did they call it the hole or the dump or something? I forgot the name they used to call it. We used to go down there and just play in the parks, man, you know, all over Harlem. You know, just playing in Morningside Park, you know, before they renovated everything. We used to play every day, man, and that's how I learned the game, playing with those guys, you know. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. After that, I played at Watley for a year with, I think Bruce Dalrymple was there when I was there. And then,
Hold on. Time out, fam. Because
yeah.
I'm not just going to let you skip over these names like this, okay? Bruce Dalrymple that played at Georgia Tech.
Yes. He was at Watley, I think, for a year. He was at Watley for a year. And they didn't have a team then, but we
Yes.
you know, played a lot of pickup and games and stuff and playing other guys and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I was only like about 13, maybe 12 or 13 at that time. You know what I mean? He was a god of basketball during that time. He was honestly a god. Because I think at that age, I think he was around 6'1" or 6'2" at that age. And he dominated everybody, man. It was crazy. He just dominated everybody, man. And I was in awe. I was a fan. I was a huge fan, you know. And then from Watley, I went to Brandeis. I went to Brandeis High School. And we had Bobby Jones there, Greg Ice from Harlem. He was there. A couple of other guys was there. I can't remember offhand. But I was a freshman there, man. And those guys was like the best players in the city to me. You know what I mean? I had never seen nobody like them guys, man. And they was great. They was great. I was just another kid off the streets of Harlem. You know what I mean? Coming in trying to play, man, trying to keep up with those guys. But at that time, I had a lot of speed. I was fast. I could get to the basket. You know, I wasn't a big shooter, but I can get to the basket. I can score and finish at the rim. You know, so that was my forte. But my biggest moment in basketball came when I went to Manhattan Community College. And
all right, we're gonna hold on before we get there, because I need to know, because you moved to Brooklyn. Was that later on?
Yeah, I moved to
college.
Brooklyn. Well, what happened was I moved to Brooklyn. No, I moved to the Bronx first, then back to Harlem, then to Brooklyn, then back to Harlem in college, and then back to Brooklyn after college. So I was bouncing around for a little bit because my parents had died during my high school year.
Rest in peace. Yes.
Thank you. Appreciate it. So, you know, I was bouncing around from my sister's house to my brother's house. And, you know, my sister and brothers were taking care of me at the time. And I was just, you know, trying to figure out where I wanted to be at the time. You know what I mean? So I bounced around for a minute. And, but I was in Brooklyn. I was in Brooklyn early on at an early age. And, I went to school in Brooklyn for a year or two, you know, and that's where I met my man DJ Watkins at in Brooklyn, you know, and we have a lot of history there as well. I stayed in Brooklyn in Linden Plaza, and my building was ODB. ODB lived in my building.
Wow.
And, yeah, and I think Jimmy Spicer was another who lived in the same projects but in a different building. And at that time, ODB wasn't rapping. He wasn't a rapper at that time. So I was rapping. I was emceeing with DJ Watkins and the crew. And he would come to our parties to watch us perform and DJ and rap and everything. You know, and like I said, he wasn't doing anything at that time. And I guess a few years after that, then he picked up the mic and he started performing. But yeah.
All right, let's go back first.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me? Hold on for a sec.
I can hear you, yep.
Yeah, let's go back to the Ultimate 3 MCs for a sec. How did you become a part of that group? Let's go back for a sec. I need to know,
yeah.
Right? Because this is legendary right here.
So of course, I was born and raised in Harlem, and I was working at Harlem World for a couple of summers. Like, they would have these summer jobs in Harlem World. So I used to, you know, for a couple of summers, I go to Harlem World and work there. My aunt, she got me the job over there. And, you know, that's where I met a lot of the rappers, you know, the Harlem World crew and other guys that worked there and performed there. And then I moved up to the Bronx, and my aunt and I, we moved up to the Bronx. I think this was my freshman year when we were in the Bronx. And that's when I met the Ultimate 3. Well, it was two of them. And then when I joined the group, we became the Ultimate 3. And the leader of the group was Saint T. And he was friends with WizKid, and WizKid lived in the projects across the street from us, and got WizKid to DJ for us, and he knew Kool Herc through a family member. So I guess they got to talking and, about, doing shows and concerts and stuff. So he got us some gigs. He got us some gigs at the T Connection, Stardust Ballroom, Third Place. I mean, we must have played about 3 or 4 parties with him, but that was about it, So it was kind of short-lived, but that was the Ultimate 3. That was the original Ultimate 3 MCs.
Hold on for a sec. Hold on.
Yeah.
If you're a hip hop head, you heard this record. Trust me.
So that's an interesting story too, right? So that was the second group of the Ultimate 3 MCs. So the group that I was in was the original group. And those guys came after us.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Because whenever
I had the flyers.
So when you told me that,
yeah.
That's what I thought of. That record right there.
Yeah. That's the second group. We were the first group, the first Ultimate 3 MCs with DJ WizKid and Kool Herc. Those guys came a few years after us. We didn't make a record at that time, but we performed at a lot of different venues, just performing at underground places, parties and stuff like that, block parties and, things like that. You know what I mean? There's some tapes out there with us on the old school hip hop, underground music. You can find some of that stuff on YouTube with us on it,
So what did y'all think when y'all heard this joint?
I was like,
it was played. Wow. It was played in the radio, all of the underground mix shows, the radio, college radio stations.
Wow. I said, "That's us." I was like, "Wow, that's us. That's us, man." You know what I mean? And but at the time that they was doing that, I was already hooked up with DJ Watkins, and we were making records.
Got you.
So I had already become a solo artist by the time that they had already came out. So. But yeah, I was in the Bronx for a few years, performing with these guys, getting to know these guys. And I even rekindled with some of these guys recently, after not seeing them for like 30 or 40 years, my man Tone Crush, man, like AKA DJ Tony Tone, like he's a real good friend of mine. This guy, he's one of the fathers and the pioneers of hip hop. And, he and I are working together on some things as well, but after leaving the Bronx, that's when I went to Brooklyn, hooked up with my man DJ Watkins, and we made 3 singles with Fresh Gordon. You remember Fresh Gordon, right?
Yeah, of course.
We made 3 singles with Fresh Gordon. I mean, we was at his house every day recording, and other people was there like Salt and Pepper and Big Daddy Kane, Biz Markie, Jay-Z, Jaz-O. All those guys.
I know you heard that tape with Kane, Fresh Gordon, Jazz, and Jay-Z.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So Fresh Gordon wanted Kane to check out Jazz. But when he got there, he was asking Fresh Gordon about who's the young light-skinned cat. And that was Jay-Z. And that's how Jay-Z hooked up with Kane.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. That's history right there. That's history. When I met Jazz, it's funny how I met Jazz. I met Jazz at the studio, and I thought he was an R&B singer at first. And then I realized, like, he's really a rapper who can sing. Like, he was Drake before Drake. Because, he did an R&B track back in the 80s.
I didn't know that.
Yes, he did an R&B track, and I loved it. I can't remember the name of it, but I loved it. And Fresh Gordon is one of the greatest producers of hip hop of all time. One of the greatest of all time. And Jazz had a lot of talent, man. He had so much talent, and still does. Still has a lot of talent, And it was a pleasure just being around, guys like him and Fresh Gordon. But we met a lot of people, during that time, with the singles that we had out, and it was played on KISS. It was played on WBLS. We even went on tour with Kumo D, Eric B. and Rakim, Houdini. We did shows with Heavy D and the Boys, EPMD, Skinny Boys, Audio 2, KRS, Just Ice, a bunch of people. I mean, I can't remember everybody, but we did shows, little spot dates with a lot of those guys, you know, just opening up for them. You know what I mean? With a couple of singles that we had back in that time. And that was like around 87 and 88, you know, like what, 30 something years ago, you know.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
It was a great moment in hip hop history. It was
Yeah.
a great moment in hip hop history, man. And I remember Shane, you know, because we did a lot of parties in pink houses in Brooklyn with Watkins. And, you know, Shane, you know,
That's
Captain,
right.
you know, he
Yeah.
came to all the parties because he loved to dance. Shane,
Isn't
came
that
to
funny?
every party.
A guy
Yeah.
almost 7 feet tall.
Oh my God.
He
better than me.
used to wear the grips. He used to wear the club grips and all that, and be like 7'2",
Yeah.
dancing in the club.
Yeah. He was like that. I mean, we used to go to the garage sometimes, and we walk in, and we see him in the middle of the floor dancing with everybody.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That was Shane.
Yeah. And then the next morning, we go to West 4th Street and play ball. That's what we did every weekend.
Listen, if y'all didn't see the Captain Nappy show, subscribe to my YouTube page, scroll down, and
Yeah.
you'll find one of the most entertaining interviews I've ever done. And he
Right.
would tell you,
Yep.
straight from the club, he would go right to the park. He'd
Yep.
go shower at some hotel downtown, because Shane had the connections all over. So he was able to shower at different hotels and spots and go
Yep.
right to the game
Yep.
instead of going all the way down to Brooklyn. Now, Tom,
Yeah.
my group member, Ballhead Buchanan, he's on right now. He was
Yo, what
down
up? What up?
with me in the group called The Nation.
Yeah.
He said he remembered Jazz singing on Ain't No Nigga, first single by Jay-Z.
Yes, I remember that. Yes. He did the hook. Jazz did the hook.
And he did and he did the beat.
He did the beat too. There you
He
go.
played, he didn't only did the beat, he had to play the beat all the way through the
Wow.
record.
Wow.
Because I don't think they could, something happened where they couldn't loop it.
Right.
Jazz played the beat all the way through.
That's amazing. He
Shows
is so
you how talented his brother is, right?
He's so talented, man. He is multi-talented. You know what I mean? And I think he played an instrument back then too. I can't remember what it was, but he's so much gifts. He's a writer. He's a producer. You know, he's a singer. I mean, he does so many things, man. So much talent, man. You know, and he should have gotten more of his due than he did. You know, because he was the first Drake. You know, or somewhere around that time. There was a lot of other guys that was singing and rapping too, but just didn't get the credit for it. You know, but Drake gets more credit for singing and rapping now than anyone did. Like he was the first. But Drake is great, man. But he wasn't the first. He definitely wasn't.
Well,
the first.
I gotta call this guy right here.
Who's that?
Because my guy AB Money, right, from Rapping the Fundamental.
Yeah. Hey,
Right?
hey. Yeah.
They was one of the first rapping singing groups,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Besides the Force MDs, these
Yeah.
guys came out early on.
Yes.
He's up here right now with his wife. Yo, I'm doing a show right now. Hey, what's up? Y'all need to come to the crib?
No, I'm good, man. We finally got in a fucking room.
All right. So I'm gonna call you after the show. All right. Yeah, he's up here
Tired.
trying to make sure he was straight. I know they
He's
had the
tired
problem
right
with the
now.
hotel room.
Yeah. He tired right now, boy. He tired.
Listen, brother, coming driving over up here from South Carolina, man.
Yeah.
They was having some problem with their hotel room.
Okay. Got you.
So I didn't want to, leave them
Yeah.
stranded if they need to come to the spot and chill out. Because
Yeah.
he got his wife with him, so I want to make sure they're straight.
Shout out to my man
let's-
D Gates online. Yeah.
Who's that? Who you said?
D Gates, my man D Gates.
What up, D Gates? What's happening?
Yeah. And Brooklyn was crazy because the Bronx is known for the start of hip hop. They started everything. And what I learned from WizKid, the Ultimate 3, Kool Herc, and other artists that I used to watch, like the Harlem World Crew and Love Bug Starsky. I wasn't as big as them in Harlem, but when I went to Brooklyn, I became a star because everything I learned from them, I took it to Brooklyn. Because Brooklyn had DJs and they had systems and stuff, but they didn't have a lot of good rappers. So I went to Brooklyn, man, and I became a star, man. You know what I mean? I was just another pebble in the water in Harlem, in Bronx. You know what I'm saying? And we used to throw jams in Linden Plaza, Cypress Hills, Pink Houses Park. I remember Spinderella used to come to our jams. Before she was Spinderella, she used to come to the jams. Houdini, Jalil, Grandmaster D, before they became Houdini, the Fat Boys, Stetson Sonic, they used to all come to our jams during that time, and
Wow.
It was a lot of talent in Brooklyn, East New York during that time. And, that it's not talked about enough, because you hear more about the Bronx, but Brooklyn had a lot of talent back in those days. And, and I'm a witness to it because, I came from the Bronx and Harlem and I was there in the middle of it, and we had a good time, man. We had a great time.
Yeah, Brooklyn. Look, we put out an MC. He's
Mhm.
gonna mess around and be one of the best, right?
Right. That's right. Yep.
Once
Yep.
Kane came out and he kind of set for
Yep.
commercial success.
Yep.
Then the guys who followed,
Yeah.
the Biggies, the Jay-Z's,
Yeah.
and these guys is considered kings. And you came before all of them, I think.
Yeah. I was before all of them. Yeah. I'm older than those guys. I'm older than those guys. But yeah, when Big Daddy Kane came out, man, like he really put Brooklyn on the map when he came out. But when Biggie came out, he just took over. He just took over, man. Biggie was everything for Brooklyn, man. Everything. You know what I mean? And right alongside with Jay-Z, man. Jay-Z too. Jay-Z did a lot for Brooklyn, man. He still represents Brooklyn. You know what I mean? And Jay-Z is great. And if you remember when Jay-Z started, of course he wasn't as good as he is now. He was just a regular rapper when he started out, and I don't even know if he even liked rapping. He was just something that he just did because everybody else was doing it. Jazz was doing it. Jazz was his mentor at the time. But man, he became, one of the greatest of all time, with his lyrics and his writing and stuff,
Once he slowed it down and spaced his bars out.
Yes.
Changed everything.
Changed everything. That's right. It means a lot. That means a lot.
Yeah.
So, it's funny how now this generation talks a lot about everybody's legendary and everybody's the pioneer and everybody did this first, everybody did that first. And it's gotten crazy. It's gotten crazy, that everybody's a pioneer, everybody's legendary. And I don't see it like that. The pioneers, it's Kool Herc, the Cold Crush, Fantastic, the L Brothers, those are the guys that started it all. Those are the guys that was there first, that started everything. And the rest of us just piggybacked off of that. Like a lot of the stuff that the guys are doing today, they don't know it and they don't realize it. They're still imitating what Kool Herc and the Herculoids did, what the Cold Crush did, the Fantastic, the Furious Five. They're still imitating the things that those guys did back then. And they don't even realize it. The Cold Crush was singing and harmonizing and rapping. What they was well known for. No one did it better than them. You know what I'm saying? And you can go back online and hear some of the tapes that they did. No one did it better than those guys. And I don't think anyone will ever do it as good as those guys because the routines and the rhymes that they had, the way they put it together, man, it was outstanding, phenomenal.
Without a recording studio.
Without a recording studio. You know what I mean? And then passing the mic, and you know what I mean? It wasn't any pause button or anything like that.
No. Wasn't no punch-ins.
No.
And it was on time. You would never know.
On time.
These guys probably using 1 or 2 mics.
Yeah. And they had to use the turntables to loop the beat. They didn't use a machine to loop the beat. It was the turntables. That's what they used to loop the beat. But the first time I saw Flash and the Furious Five, I was blown away, man. I ain't never seen nothing like that before in my life, man. He was doing the beatbox before it was called the beatbox. I think it was called the fusion box or something like that. And he would be on stage just banging on the beatbox, boom, 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 just making the beat on stage, no music. And the group would sing and harmonize and dance and rap and everything. I'm like, wow, never seen nothing like that before in my life. It was amazing. Now everybody does it.
And everybody's saying like Soulja Boy, I was the first one to do it.
Right. No, you're not the first. Let me tell you something. The world, the entire world, owes reparations to the Cold Crush, to the Furious, to the Herculoids, to Fantastic. You know what I mean? To all these guys. They owe reparations to these guys because without those guys, there would not be any hip hop today. You know? And they got my vote.
Listen, but here's the sad part, right? Because once they get in the industry, they're told not to reach back and help the older artists.
That's right.
And but the Rolling Stones are like 90, right?
Mm-hmm.
And still could go and sell out stadiums.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Run DMC revived Aerosmith's career.
Yes, they did.
They was almost done.
That's right.
Run DMC did that song "Walk This Way" with them, revived their career.
Yep.
And now they still can sell out stadiums.
That's right. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. It's amazing.
Go ahead. Yeah. What you said?
Yeah, it's amazing that we don't cherish, you know, our pioneers and our artists and the history of this culture the way we should. You know, like a lot of the new artists today are great artists within their own rights. And a lot of them don't know about the history. They don't know who started it all. You know, they just know up until Biggie, and that's it. Or they may know up until Jay-Z or Nas, and that's it. And not know clearly the history of hip hop and the people shoulders that they're standing on right now. You know, and like I said, I like a lot of these young artists today. They're great. They're really carrying the torch for hip hop. You know what I mean? But some reparations need to be had, because even JC said it in one of his songs, you know, I'm getting back at everybody from what they did to the
Cold Crush.
You know what I'm saying? I'm overcharging y'all for what y'all did to the Cold Crush.
Listen, Jay-Z came up in a different time.
Yeah.
He came in to see the birth of it.
Yeah.
Right? And catch it. He dropped his first album when he was 27. So he wasn't a youngster like most of these guys who get their record deals.
Yep.
He was able to talk from a different perspective.
Yep.
And when no one wanted to sign him, he became his own boss.
That's right.
And I think that's, you know, things that people take, you know, say they want to do it themselves now. He was talking that boss stuff back then because Ballhead can verify this. What up, BG?
Yeah. And what's up, BG? And, you know, he's a very highly intelligent individual.
Oh,
Jay-Z is highly intelligent.
Super.
He's very spiritual. He's very cultural, and he's in tune with his mind, his body, and his soul, which makes him, you know, a very unique individual. And more people should be like him, you know. And you know, I wanted to say, you know, back in the day, when hip hop was underground, you know, guys wasn't getting paid a lot. They wasn't getting paid a lot. I remember when we did shows, I got paid $5 a show. $5. Now these guys are getting paid $55,000 a show.
You sound like James Majors at Seton Hall getting $5 a game playing in the Big East.
Right. Right. You know what I mean? These guys are making tons of money now. You know what I mean? But we shouldn't forget about the history. We shouldn't forget about the people that started it all, because in every other genre and every other culture, they never forget. And we shouldn't do that either. We shouldn't bury these guys, man, because they mean so much to the music and they mean so much to the culture, you know. And it's very important to remember them. And that's why some of them being put in the hip hop museum. You know, Tony Tone is in the Smithsonian. You know, a couple of guys in the Smithsonians. You know, because of the history, you know, that they've created and the culture that they've created for the entire world. Because now everybody over the world is part of the hip hop culture. You know, You see the hip hop culture in just about every facet of music, sports, drama, film, everything. It's everywhere, you know. And I'm honored to have been a part of it. And I thank DJ Kool Herc and the Ultimate 3 for giving me the opportunity that they did, you know, because without them I wouldn't have made it as far as I did.
Well, we celebrate you tonight, brother. My guy BG said you was tough. You used to come down to playing LES.
Yeah, yeah.
And he also said you're a great coach. So
thank you, BG. Thank you, man.
We're saying that we're gonna jump right back into the basketball part of it,
Yeah.
and then come back to the music part a little later.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So, what was it like playing in your first game with referees when you was younger? How was that experience, if you remember?
The first game I played with referees was at 1199. 1199 is on the east side of Harlem, in the projects. And it was weird because I never did it before. So I was just running up and down the court, run up and down the court, playing with my cousin. And it was just weird. I don't even think I scored a point that game.
Was you nervous? Was you nervous?
I think I was. I was only about maybe 10 or 11 years old at that time.
Okay.
I didn't know what I was doing, but you know, I just like running. So I just ran up and down the whole game. You know what I mean? But I didn't score a point. I don't think I scored a point until like my second or third game in that tournament in 1199. It was on the east side on First Avenue, in the projects there. I think that was the first game. Yeah.
I like to bring that question up because you know a lot of kids think you could just jump right into it and be good. And I know some of my kids when they experience playing for the first time, their nerves is so bad and they're jittery, and they don't understand like you're supposed to feel this way. Only the naturals and the greats have that transition, and even some of them feel the same way during that first game with referees, somebody watching you, remembering plays, knowing where to go. It's a lot to take in as a young kid.
That's right. Yep. Yeah, it was a lot, but over the years, just playing in Harlem and in all the parks and Morningside Park and in the schoolyards and Watley and PS 76, just going all over and playing on 110th Street. We played down there. We played in Rucker Park. We played, well, not the Rucker Park on 55th, when Rucker was at, I think, 149th or 145th. We played over there. We played in Mount Morris Park. We played all over Harlem, and just learning different things about the game, and mainly watching the older guys. We watched the older guys a lot and learned from them, how to play, the way the game's going to be played the right way. So I learned a lot from watching those guys. And then, my experience grew when I got on the court myself.
Who was the best player in your neighborhood when you was coming up?
Wow, the best player in the neighborhood when I was coming up. Well, for me, it was my brother. My brother Chappie was the best player I ever seen, because he was great. But we used to play at the PAL on 123rd Street. And there was a couple of great players that played with us there. One was Steve Burke. Steve was a monster.
Oh, yeah.
Steve was a monster. You hear me? A monster. And I think this was before he went to the NBA, or maybe when he had just got into the NBA. I'm not sure. But, man, I had never seen anybody like him. And there was another guy I used to watch named Alonzo Jackson. I don't know if you remember Alonzo Jackson. Yeah, Alonzo Jackson was another guy. He was tough, man. Like, he was the first guy I saw drive down on a fast break, stop in front of the rim, up fake, let the dude fly by, hit him on the butt, and then score later. First person I ever seen do that. I was like, wow. I was amazed.
Wow.
I was amazed.
Well, we got another Harlem great in here, Mel Sean Scott, Mel Lagarde. What up?
What's up, Mel? What's up, Mel?
I got your picture for you, fam. I gotta get your picture to you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I sent actually I gotta send yours out tonight. to my guy. He's kind of backed up right now, so I don't want to flood him with too many pictures.
Yeah.
Resident artist Jamel Powell. Have you seen some of his artwork?
No, I like to see it, but he does a great job with the artwork that he do for you, man. He's awesome, man. Yeah.
Oh, you saw some of the stuff that I posted?
Yeah, I've seen some of the work he's done, man. He's awesome. I thought that was you, but yeah, that's him, man. He's awesome, man. Wow, he's awesome, man. Great job, man. Great job.
Yeah, he brings that extra twist to the show.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
You know, to be able to give guys their flowers. Similar to what Drink Champs was doing, right? But we was giving the gifts first, and making sure that, you know, all of our guests have pictures and portraits of themselves to commemorate them being on Basketball Heads. So you definitely gonna get yours.
Awesome. Thank you.
For sure. What NBA players did you look up to coming up?
Isaiah Thomas was my favorite player coming up. Michael Jordan was probably my second favorite. But I loved Isaiah Thomas. I still think that he's one of the best guards in the NBA ever. One of the greatest guards ever out of the NBA. I mean, people don't talk enough about his handle. He had a crazy handle. His handle.
He used to be doing that in the game, in the pro game.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like, I was saying to myself, are people paying attention to what he's doing in the NBA game?
This and ladies and gentlemen, this is the first Isaiah Thomas, not the second Isaiah Thomas.
Oh no. Right. We was talking. I forgot who I had on the other night. We was talking about him because they brought up Isaiah as being one of their top players, and we were talking about the night he got injured playing against LA.
Yeah.
Hopping around.
Skill drop 50.
You know how tough. First of all, you know how tough it is to play with a sprained ankle when it's really.
Right.
He was hopping.
Yes. I gotta get shout out to my man Tone Brimmer. My man Tone Brimmer online. What's up, Tone?
Brimmer, what up?
I played with Tone at BMCC.
Really?
Yes.
Now I need to know this, man.
Yeah.
You know, he's definitely one of the elite referees in New York City, right?
Yes.
Was Tone a baller?
Yes, he was. Tone was nice.
You got to come on the show.
When we was at
Brimmer,
BMCC,
and tell your story, man, because I like hearing that.
Yeah, you got to hear from Tone. Like, we had a crazy team at BMCC. I didn't even play. I might have played 1 or 2 games. 1 or 2 minutes a game. I didn't even play because we had Tone Brimmer, we had Cal Lamb, we had Doug Raw, Doug Davis, we had Sid Green, we had Greg Ice Kennedy, we had Big Rob from Harlem, we had Ted Tudor, we had Jose. What's Jose's last name, Tone? We had Jose. We had Eric Horn from Tone dunk before. But it was one day after practice, they had a dunk contest. And I wasn't dunking. And Tone was in there dunking. Boom, boom. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, we had a squad, man. We had a team. We had a crazy team. And we went to the finals or the semifinals of our conference to make it to the nationals. I think we lost to Farmingdale, like about 1 or 2 points or something like that. It was like a buzzer beat or something like that. And I remember them guys. Everybody was heartbroken, man. They was in the locker room crying. I'm sitting there because I'm the young kid because I'm underneath all of them, and I'm sitting. I'm like, why are y'all crying? And it didn't hit me until the following year. You know,
right. When
it's over, it's over. You know what I mean? I'm like, when it was over for me, I started crying. Like, now I know why y'all was crying. But man, we had the best team in the country at that time, man. I mean, these dudes, Cal Lamb, you know Cal Lamb.
Yeah.
Deron Lamb's father, you know what I mean, who played in the NBA, you know.
Right.
So Cal Lamb was Steph Curry before Steph Curry. Cal Lamb, Gene Carroll literally used to tell Cal Lamb to shoot from half court. Literally.
Wow.
And Cal Lamb used to shoot from half court with no three-point line. At that time, there was 84. There was no three-point line. And he was shooting from half court. That's the kind of range Cal Lamb had.
That's crazy.
And
Tamel, what up?
Yeah.
This is crazy. This is
Yeah.
this is crazy. Hearing all these names
Yeah.
together, and my guy Brimmer.
Yeah.
What position Brimmer played?
Brimmer was a forward. He played the 3 and the 4. Played 3 and 4 because he was tall. Brimmer was how tall is Brimmer? Like 6'5", 6'6"?
About 6'4", 6'5", right around
Yeah.
that time.
He was
Between
that
there.
tall. He was that tall in college. He was that tall in college. He played the 3 and the 4 in college. Yeah, Brimmer was nice, man. I'm telling you, Brimmer was nice, man.
So
Yeah.
so when y'all ball players, y'all want to tap at the mouth, just know a lot of these referees play ball for real.
That's right. Eric Weaver. You know Eric Weaver.
Oh yeah.
I played with Eric Weaver.
Hold on, time out.
Yeah.
E. Weaver's my guy.
Yes.
You about to tell me E. Weaver?
Yes. Every summer, Eric Weaver and I played in the citywide New York tournament. Every summer. I think the Workers Union, something like that tournament. And we battled every summer. Every summer. E had game, man, for real. E was nice, man. E was nice. Yes.
Yo, listen. I remember when I first started, my guy, Eric Hicks, who I always got to shout out, right? Game over.
Yes, sir.
He was providing me with gear.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I would get sweatshirts,
Right.
hoodies, t-shirts, so I could do my show, right?
Right.
So my guy, E. Weave, used to come on, he used to be like, yo, G, I love what you're doing, bro. You need to get some merch, fam. Like, And I said, okay, E, we're going to make it happen.
Yep.
Got the hoodies.
Yeah.
He was the first person to buy the hoodie.
Wow. Awesome. Nice.
Man of his word. He said, yo, you got the, I said, yo, yeah, I got the hoodies.
Yeah.
He said, all right, tomorrow, we're going to meet up.
Right.
And I need to cop some hoodies.
Shout out to E, man. Shout out to him, man.
For sure.
Yeah.
Wow, man. So
Yeah.
you
world,
said,
Small world.
man, listen, this basketball world, if you're really about that life, you'll get to know the people who are involved.
Yeah, that's right. And, like Gene Carroll, he's a great coach, and he taught me so much about basketball. He taught me so much about basketball that I didn't know, because I think at that time, and so did the guys on the team, like Cal Lamb and Tone and Doug, like, because I didn't make the team at first. They got me on the team. They told the coach, yo, we got this fast behind guard, put him on the team. And that's how I got on the team, because of them, because they were the captains of the team. You know what I mean? But I learned so much from them guys and from Gene Carroll, because I came to the team, I was just a raw talent. And I didn't know a bunch of X and O's and, defenses and stuff like that. And he taught me so much about basketball, which is why I'm able to teach my kids now at Pioneer Academy what I learned from him, which is like 35 years ago. You know what I mean? And I take that with me everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, man, what I learned from Gene Carroll, man, because he was such a great coach, man. He just such a great coach. He knew how to let his players go. He didn't hold them back. He gave you freedom. He knew if a guy got hot, you just keep going. You know what I mean? And he knew how to get the ball to the right guys. And he knew how to press and X and O. I mean, and he knew how to motivate. I mean, his motivational speeches were like incredible. I remember he motivated me one game. I came off the bench. It was one of my best games I had as a freshman. And I came off the bench, and I don't really know what he yelled at me, but I just ripped my sweats off. I went out there, and I had like 4 steals and 10 points in like 2 minutes. I just went out there and went crazy because of the way he motivated us, and just kept us together, man. He was such a great man. Well, he is such a great man, and he's done a lot for basketball in New York City, man. And I love him for that, So everywhere I go, I take Gene Carroll with me, man.
Listen. He's always available. Welcome to come on the show, man. So
Yeah, bring him on. Definitely get him on, man. Definitely get him on. You know, because he had a lot of history too, man. You know, coaching at Boys and Girls. You know, the work that he did there. You know, he's just a great man. You know what I mean? Such a great man. And even
Wow.
Ray, I can't forget. You know, Ray Haskins, who I didn't play for, but I've known Ray Haskins my whole life. I watched him coach. I watched him run programs at the BRC and Gershwin. You know, with Glenn McMillan too. You know, and I've worked with these guys. You know, for many years, man. And they did a lot for basketball in New York City, man. Like, you know, Ray Haskins took a team to the NCAA tournament, you know, for the first time ever, and at LIU, and they had never been there before, you know.
You sure I think they went with Earl Fuller.
Earl Fuller, that's right. They went with Earl Fuller.
They went with Earl Fuller. But it was a while. It was in the drop. Trust me, because we used to beat on them when I was at FDU. But when Coach Haskins came, he made a difference.
That's right. And he let Charles Jones.
Alexander Hamilton, he was 179 and like 28, something like that.
That's right. Yeah. And what, Charles Jones led the nation in scoring, what, 2 years or 1 year?
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row, man. Led the nation in scoring. You don't hear about Charles Jones enough. He made it to the NBA.
I told him, come on and tell the story. I don't know what you're waiting for, CJ.
Man, Charles Jones was a beast. Shout out to Kenny Kings, too, because Kenny Kings helped make Charles Jones, man. And Charles Jones wasn't, you know, he was one of the best players on the Kenny Kings, but he wasn't the focal point of the Kenny Kings. It was Booger. You know what I mean?
Right.
But Charles Jones had the most talent, had the most athleticism. He had the most upside. You know, he learned a lot from his brother, Lamont. You know what I mean? But Charles was a beast, man. He was, oh, my God, just so smooth with it. You know what I mean? Like, oh, man. Like, Charles was tough, man. He was tough.
Yeah. These guys played when they were kids in the Brevoort Coliseum in the Midget League.
Right.
Salute and rest in peace to Thomas Diggs for doing that legendary tournament for the kids, you know, before they even got to the high school level.
Right.
You know, I know you spoke about your parents passing away when you were younger. Who was the main influence in your life, you know, once they were gone?
My brother Chappie, my sister Dee Dee, all of my sisters, as a matter of fact, my sister Lenore, my sister Marie, you know, they helped mentor me and shape me into the man that I am today. You know, they did a lot for me. You know, they really protected me and helped me, you know, along the way through the years, you know, through some of my hardships. You know, and I really have to thank them, you know, for that, you know, because it was tough. It was tough. And, you know what, we still family. They're still around. Thank God they're still here. They're still around. We still talk, get together, and do family reunions every now and then. And I got like 1,000 nieces and nephews now, you know, and I love all of them, you know. And but my brother, he lived across the street from Rucker Park, the building directly across the street from Rucker Park. You know,
okay.
Matter of fact, my niece still lives there. And, you know, my nephew is the mayor at Rucker Park, you know. So, yeah, it's a small world. We still have a lot of connections, you know, in Harlem. I still have another nephew that live in Harlem, and I got a couple of cousins live in Brooklyn still. So I still have family. I'm the only one that stay out in Jersey. Everybody else is still in New York.
Got you. Yo, you know my ex-teammate John Askew?
Yeah, that's my man. Yeah. John Askew, he played for me. Wait, not John Askew. That was not John. That was Josh. That was Josh Askew. That was Josh. John Askew, I'm not sure.
He played with me at Lincoln.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, he played with me at
What's
Lincoln.
up, John?
He was the older guard when I was younger, coming up.
Wow. That's
and
great.
He started that league, the primetime league with who's my man? Now I'm drawing a blank right now. Played for the Lakers, coach. Byron Scott. Yeah, they had the primetime pro league, but he's doing so many other things. I think they had something to do with the Rucker that this past summer that they had the tournament going on there.
Yeah, where you at now, John? What's up, Jonah? That's my man, Jonah. Jonah plays at UPenn. What's up, man?
What up, Jonah? What's happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it right, Smooth. I got it. I see it. You said Byron Scott. Yeah, for sure. My man Tone want to know what you up to these days.
Yeah. And Lincoln, it's funny, I talked to the coach from Lincoln last week, and he's coming out to look at some of my guys at Pioneer.
Hold on. You talking about the assistant coach, because the head coach is Victoria Montos.
Yeah, the assistant coach, yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name? It's in my phone. I can't look at it right now. It's in my phone. Yeah, he's supposed to come out.
And I'm so bad with names.
Yeah.
I know you talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They trying to rebuild the program, man.
Right.
And I'm trying to connect them with people in Coney Island. They have one assistant coach that's from there.
Right.
But I'm just trying to get them connected to all the grassroots people in Coney Island, because you can't be in that part of Brooklyn and not have kids from Coney Island come up there and play.
Right. Yeah, John said he's working on a Rucker Park docu-series. Hey, that's great, man.
Yeah, but you ain't never hit me up, fam. I thought you was gonna hit me up. What's going on? We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk, man. We're gonna talk. For sure.
Right.
So
yeah, I'm doing a documentary.
Yeah. And I don't want to let out too much, but I'll talk to you behind the scenes.
Yeah.
They told me about it a while ago. So what did you do after you got out of BMCC?
At the BMCC, I played in about every Pro-Am tournament in New York. Especially, we used to go down and play in West 4th Street a lot. We played there, like every summer. And then there was a couple of other leagues during the summer. There was some winter leagues we played in. I didn't go and play overseas or anything like that. After that, I went to Hunter College, and I was going to play there, and wound up not playing there. And I just continued to play in a lot of Pro-Am and summer league basketball. I think I was too afraid to go play professional basketball out of this country. I wasn't ready to leave America,
Right.
I had some offers to go to Maryland Eastern Shore in Maryland, and I had an offer to go to Central State in Ohio. But I wound up not going to either one of those either. I think just my fear of leaving the city at that time, I guess, So that's what I was doing. And then after that, I started coaching and training. I started coaching the kids and, training the kids. I started coaching at a high school as an assistant coach. I was there for about 8 years, and then I went to another school for about another 4 years. I coached at Camden High for a year, and then I coached at Rutgers Camden University for 4 years, and I coached at community college for a couple of years too. So I bounced around, little assistant coaching jobs, here and there. And then I got into professional basketball. Shout out to my man Jason Thompson, who I've known for like over 20 years, who played in the NBA. And, we've been playing together and training together, for so long. And, every summer we try to get into a pro league somewhere, the TBT we've been playing in for like the past, I think 6 years now. And the TBT is the ESPN $1 Million Tournament. And
yeah, I had TJ Fredette up here talking about that.
Yeah. So I coached the team Brotherly Love out of Philly, and we won 2 regional championships, and fell short a couple of times of winning the whole thing. And we had a great team. And we had some great players. And I'm still going to be doing that as well this year. And out in Delaware for the past few years, we've been training a lot of NBA and G League players. They've been coming down into our open runs and into our workouts.
We're at in Delaware. I got family down in Delaware, down in Dover.
At the Blue Coats Arena, the 76ers Field House. Yeah, it's in Wilmington. Whenever you're down there, you invited. Come on down. We get guys like Jason Thompson, Ryan Thompson, Brad Wanamaker, Lewis King, Miles Powell, Shamari Pons, and he's playing for the Blue Coats now. Amari Spellman, Rondé Hollis Jefferson, Ronlea Hollis Jefferson, Scooty Randolph, AJ English. We get a ton of guys. Emil Jefferson, Miles Stevens, Nate Hickman. There's so many guys, a lot of NBA and G League guys that come down and work out and play pickup with us, man, every summer. And we're gonna be doing it again this summer, but it's invite only. So don't Don't just come down. You can't come down and show up. None of that. You know.
My guy Tamel asked, did you coach the team with Kansas players in the TBT?
No. Kansas, no. Mm-mm. Oh,
I think that's it.
My man Chris Jenkins comes down and play with us too. I coached the team Brotherly Love, and we beat one year. We beat at LIU. We beat like the number 2 or 3 team in the country. I mean, in the tournament, and we were like number 16, and we upset them. I think it was Team Hines, and they had a couple of NBA guys on their team. And then we went up to Syracuse the following year, and we won that region at Syracuse, and that was a tough game. And we wound up beating them, and we won a little bit of cash up there. So we had some success with the team, and we just continue that success as we keep going on. So yeah, I coached high school basketball, college basketball, and professional basketball.
That's crazy.
I coached international basketball as well for like 4 years. We played a couple of teams from Europe and China. And I know the last game we played against China, we beat them by like 25. And then the next night they played the Sixers and they beat them by 25. Yeah.
Go figure, right?
Yeah. So,
how did you get into filmmaking? When did that come about?
Film started back in like 2005, 2006. That's when I started doing filmmaking. It's crazy because I was always fascinated with film. I always loved movies because my brother used to take me to the movies every weekend. And we used to, back in that time, we used to go see 3-4 movies in one day. So we go to one movie theater.
$2.50, $3. Yeah. Yeah.
They don't let you do that now. And we
one movie is like
all day.
$15, $20.
Yes.
Right.
We be in there all day. And that started my love for movies and my passion for movies, and then when I went to work at Rutgers Camden University, I met a kid from Camden, and he was telling me all these stories about Camden, like DeJuan Wagner, Milt Wagner, and Billy Thompson, and like the stories like amazing. I'm like, yo, that's a movie, right? And he's like, yeah, I know. I said, why nobody never did a movie on this stuff? And he said, he don't know. So that was the first movie that I did, was a movie on Camden High School basketball. And then I did a story on the coach there, legendary coach, Clarence Turner, who was a legendary coach there. So it was like the first couple of movies that I did starting out. And I got a contract at that time with Comcast. And Comcast showed a couple of my movies on their station. And then and I started getting a little bigger. Started doing more films and with bigger names, and I started doing Dow Dawkins, Chocolate Thunder, Wilt Chamberlain, Greatest of All Time, and did the Big Five story, which is a Philadelphia story of the 5 Division I schools.
5 colleges, right? The 5 colleges, close
Yep.
proximity of each other.
Yep, exactly. And I did a story on the Baker League, which is a summer league in Philadelphia, in comparison to the Rucker Park League in New York. And so some of the stories that I did with NBC Sports, and then I signed a contract with them, and they've been showing my films ever since. And I still work with them now, and we're working on some other projects as well. But that's how it started, man, and it's been going well. Ever
Don't
since.
you have something that's showing now on NBC Sports out in Philly?
Yeah, they just showed last month. They showed the Wilt Chamberlain story. They showed the Baker League story and the Dow Dawkins story. And the Dow Dawkins story is huge because not a lot of people know he was the first player to be drafted into the NBA out of high school. Not Kobe Bryant, not Kevin Garnett, Dow Dawkins. And he was also the first player to shatter 2 backboards in the NBA. Until they started finding him, he's like, all right, I got to stop doing this because my money.
But that's why we have breakaway rims now.
That's why we have breakaway rims now. He changed the game. He changed the game and made the breakaway rims. Exactly. So yeah, I like to do the historical stories, of guys from the past. Just keeping their stories alive and letting other people know the history of, you know, where we are and where we came from. Because, you know, without those guys, you know, there wouldn't be us. You know what I mean? So I'm really connected with a lot of people with the Sixers and a lot of people in Philadelphia. Like my man Mike Morak, shout out to my man Mike Morak, who runs the Danny Rumpf Classic, and he does a great job with that every year. And he brings out all kind of NBA guys and the 76ers guys that come out and play, you know. And the Baker League used to do the same thing. That's why we did a huge story on them. And my man Blair Floyd, he helped me a lot with that. And my man Littell, we helped us out a lot with some of the stories that we did. But we're still working, man. It's not over.
We can, first of all, my guy John asked you, do you know Keith Clinkscale? I guess Clinkscale, he does the 30 for 30s on ESPN.
No, I don't know him.
And also my guy, I can't pronounce his name, but I know who it is. I just can't remember right now. But he said, where can he get the documentary? Because he want to show the kids.
Okay. What's up, Nate? That's my man Nate Hickman right there. I have to get a link. They have a link on NBC Sports. I got to find the link for that, and I'll get it out to you. Once I get that, I'll let you know. And you can
Chosen, my guy Chosen, yeah.
That if you have Fire Stick, if you have a Fire Stick, all you need to do is just go on NBC Sports Philadelphia, and you'll be able to see it on there too. But I'll get the link and pass it on to you guys, so you guys can see that, you know.
Yeah, that'd be dope, man.
Yeah. So I fell in, you know, I've always been in love with movies and Big Apple Sports. What's up, Big Apple Sports? April 9th, Big Apple Sports, April 9th. And, you know, just the combination of sports and basketball, I mean, with movies and basketball, you know, both of my passions, I was fortunate enough some unique stories to tell. So that was great for me, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you all right over there?
Yeah, I'm trying to put my what you call them on here,
your charger.
Your charger.
Already know.
You already know. Yeah.
So, you know, because you had such a great coach at BMCC and fell in love with teaching and training players and all the experience that you have coaching high school, college, and pros, that makes you being that Pioneer Academy a very unique situation.
Yes, absolutely.
How long have you been there?
This is my first year there. We started out a little slow. Well, not slow, but, you know, we won our first 15, 16 games. No, we won our first 19 games. I'm sorry. And, you know, with guys like Anthony Dunbar, DeMonte Johnson, Jameer, Tyrell, and Deshaun Harrison, they've been a catalyst for the team for a long time. And then we got Diari Duncan that came on, which helped us out a lot. Amir Gray and Junior and LJ, they really came on and helped us out a lot. And then we had like 4 or 5 undergrads too on our team that really helped us. You know, Troy DeCruz, David Dix, my man Yu Raul, and Jin Yang, which were, you know, they were sophomores and seniors, and they helped the program out a lot. And we were playing a lot of tough teams. We were playing a lot. I mean, it was really tough. But we persevered throughout the season, and you know, we finally got ranked first in the state of New Jersey, and I think we were number 12 or 13 at first, and then we started getting some recognition through some of the local media in the area, and they wrote an article up on the team, and as soon as they did that, boom, we hit number 18 in the country, and we hit number 18 in the country after we beat the Patrick School, St. Patrick's. After we beat them by like, I think 8 or 9 points or something like that. And
right.
That just skyrocketed us. And they are a national team, and they were nationally ranked. And once we beat a nationally ranked team, you know, that made us national. And it was great. And then I'm sorry, and we won the Les Express tournament too, you know, down in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Man, BG, we won that, and a couple of guys won. I think DeMonte Johnson, Anthony Dunbar won MVPs in that tournament, you know, and I think Deshaun Harrison.
You
won
kind of
MVP.
blurry right now. What's the problem? You got your guys got the write up you guys needed to give you the publicity to shoot you guys to number 18.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It was great, man. It was you know, it was the first accomplishment for the school and the program. Never been ranked before. Never accomplished that, you know, that many wins, 20 wins and 5 losses. It was a great accomplishment for the guys, you know, and you know, the whole goal is to get these guys recruited into a college, for them to be successful, you know, at their craft and get educated and become, you know, fine, you know, great young men. You know, every day we tell the guys, get better and be great, you know, every day, you know, and that's the end goal, to make sure that these guys get into school. Because, you know, when I was growing up, you know, that's what my elders were telling me, you know, go to college, go play ball, you know what I mean? Get into a school, you know, and I'm just passing on the knowledge, man, from a lot of my mentors, you know, that helped me along the way, you know. So I definitely have to give them that same knowledge, you know, if whether they listen or not. And they all listening. They're all listening. All these kids want to go to school. I want to do better for themselves, or I want to do better for them families. And their success is my success. I just love to see it happen, you know. But
That's awesome, man.
yeah, but it's been a great
How many
season,
seniors
man.
you losing? How many seniors you losing? Well, it's not seniors. How many guys are you losing?
We're losing eight guys. We losing 8 and 9. We're losing 9 guys. But we have some twins that are coming in that are they off the hook. They nice.
And they underclassmen?
They nice. Huh?
And they underclassmen.
They're underclass. Sophomores. They sophomores.
Ooh.
6'5".
Ooh.
And they got it all. They got it all. Yeah. They got it all. My AD is on there. Reggie Reg.
What's up?
Reggie
AD,
Reg.
what's happening? Listen,
Yeah.
there's this kid I want you to keep your eye on.
Yeah.
He lives in Jersey.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's far away down the line, but what I saw in this kid, he's only a 6th grader. His name is AJ Gregg.
Okay.
I think he has to be Caucasian and Asian.
Right. He's nice.
Let me tell you something. He played for Riverside. He was the tallest player on his team, playing point guard.
Wow.
He reminded me, I never saw Lloyd Daniels play at that age, but what he was doing on the court reminded me of Lloyd. He was slinky, long, he could handle it, he could shoot, he could go to the hole, and he was playing way beyond his years.
Yeah.
I thought he was in 8th grade.
Wow.
And it wasn't to the end of the game, my guy was like, nah, Pooh.
Yeah.
He's only a 6th grader. I said, what?
Crazy. Where's he at?
He's in I'll send you his Instagram so you can check him out.
Yeah. My man Jazz. What's up, Jazz?
His dad said he wanted to bring him to New York because they had too many credit card AAU teams in New Jersey. I don't know what that means. But Dad is from the old school, so I guess he wanted his son to play with some city guys. Yeah. We're gonna be having workouts over the summer, man. So if you have any guys that are interested in coming, they come and work out and play pickup with the other guys and stuff, you know, and that'll be a great recruiting process for us. You know what I mean? So I would love to bring some kids out there, man, and you know, just let them get that experience and see what else life have to offer. Yeah, absolutely. And you know, the school that we have, it's number 5. It's the top 5 academic school in the state. And of course, you know, the basketball program is one of the top 20 basketball programs in the country. So it's a great school. You know, it's not a lot of students though. You know, it's small school, which is why we're able to excel, you know, the way we do in the areas that we excel in.
But it's a great school for a lot of kids, and the kids love it. They really, really love it. They love the educational part, they love the basketball part, and they love the social part, you know, because there's a lot there for them to do, you know. They got a cafeteria, they got a dorm, they got dorm areas, they got rooms for the kids to live in and stuff. You know, it's a college lifestyle. That's what it is. It's a college lifestyle with less students, you know. But the kids love it. They adore it. You know what I mean? So, and we got a junior, Troy DeCruz. He's going to be a senior next year. Watch out for this kid, man. He's 6'5", man, and he got everything. He got everything. He got all the tools, man. All the tools. And the other underclassmen, Chris Jones and David Dix, man. David Dix is tough as nails, man. Point guard, great leader on the court and off the court, man. And watch out for him too, David Dix, man. He's another tough basketball player, man. So, yeah, we got a lot of guys, man, and we're grooming them to be great basketball players and great young men, you know. And we want to play.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
that's gonna be awesome. My guy Eric Hicks was on here earlier. Told you.
Oh, my man Tate. What's up, Tate?
Who runs Game
Tate?
Over?
Yeah.
Definitely want to get him together with yourself, Coach Haskins.
Yeah.
Talk about that showcase. So, you know, again, kids
we
from
got
New
some
York
work
City
to
can
do.
experience playing that.
Yeah, you and I got some work to do. We got some showcases coming up. We got to work on some stuff. We got something big coming up, ladies and gentlemen. We got something big coming up. You know what I mean? So tune in. But yeah, we have our prep nationals coming up in the next week or two. For the next 2 or 3 weeks, we have prep nationals, our playoffs, and we got another prep tournament with Big Apple Sports and Tippy. So we're gonna be busy for the next couple of weeks, man. And during that time, you know, which is gonna be a live period, we know we can get these guys recruited, you know, into a school. And like I said, they have interest in a lot of schools already have interest in these guys. You know, like I said, Lincoln have interest. You know, Delaware State is another school that has interest. Monmouth, St. Peter's, you know, there's a school in California State, Bakerfield. I think that's the school that Tyrone Davis went to.
Yeah. He'll be on the show soon as well. I'll call my guy Jamal Robinson out in LaSalle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We get all Terrence Rencher. I know he's still out there. I know he was at Creighton.
I didn't know you know Jamal. That's my man.
All these guys is my dudes. They all friends of the show, man. They all friends of the show.
Wait till I see Jamal, man. Wait till I see him, man. That's my man.
Yeah.
They just beat St. Joe's tonight. He
got my young guy Khalil Brantley over there.
Yes. Khalil was a beast, man. Khalil is a beast, man. Gotta slow down sometime, but man, energy,
I think he'll figure it out.
Yeah, his energy and effort is unmatched. It's unmatched, man. His energy and effort, man, and he's a bucket. He's a bucket, man. He's a bucket, you know. And you know, once he learned the game, once he learned everything about the game, because he already know the game, but once he learned everything about the game, this kid gonna be unstoppable, man. Unstoppable.
Once he slows it down like Jay-Z.
Yeah.
But still going hard at the same time.
Yeah. Because he can dunk, he can shoot, he can handle, he can pass. He got the total package. But you're right. Once he slows down, and when you slow down, you get to see the game better. You get to see everything about the game when you slow everything down. And I taught my guy, I was teaching my guy David Dix the same thing. You know, a lot of small guys, you know, they like to run fast, 100 miles an hour. But once you do that, you slow down, man. You see the whole game, man. It becomes a lot easier for you. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yes, sir.
So, Tone.
Yeah.
If you had to do it all over again, what would you change?
Nothing. Wouldn't change anything. I have a great life. I still have a great life. You know, I think the only thing I'll probably do differently was go overseas and not be afraid to go overseas. You know?
Take the chance. You gotta take the chance sometime.
Take the chance.
Excuse
right.
me. Yep.
Take the chance. And I didn't take the chance because I was afraid to leave New York. I was afraid to leave New York. But everything else, man, like my passion is just helping the kids, just doing everything I can to help these kids just be better men, better basketball players, better student athletes. And, you know, in growing up, you know, we had people like that in our community, you know, that looked out for the kids. You know, when we were growing up, everything was about community. If you did something bad, the neighbor down the street whip your butt and take you home to your mom. You know what I mean? And I remember when I lived in Harlem, the guys on the block used to take us to the park to play baseball. They take us to the park to play football, take us to the park to play basketball. You know what I mean? You always had somebody looking out for you. You know what I mean? So I think that's been my calling, just helping people, mentoring, and helping these kids be the best they can be for themselves.
That's awesome, man. Look, brother, we get to, you know, chop it up off the phone, finally get you on the show, planning some big things. I knew from the beginning that you was a good brother. You always had the right mindset and always looking to help other people, man. So all the blessings gonna come to you, man. And all that I see is great things for you in your future. And Pioneer Academy, y'all are very lucky to have my guy Tone.
Thank you.
Very lucky to be there. But trust me, y'all very lucky to have my guy because he comes with a lot of experience.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So
so
now
much. Appreciate you.
We're gonna get into the top five.
Yeah. My niece
the
right
hardest
there.
part of the
Mrs.
show,
Jones.
man.
Yeah.
The other parts is a breeze, man.
Yeah.
This right here,
Yeah.
I think you'll go through this real smooth, brother.
All right. What you got?
All right. Top 5 MCs.
Wow. Top 5 MCs. That's so tough. So I'm gonna give you the 2 eras that I love the most in hip hop history, in the top 5 in those eras. So growing up, the top 5 in my era growing up was Melly Mel, Kumo D, Grandmaster Caz, Raheem, and Dada Rock from the Fantastic 5. That was.
Hold on, time out.
Yeah.
Time out.
Yeah.
You know, I rap with Raheem.
Get out.
I used to put out a series of hip hop DVDs called The Boom Room.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Supernatural, Rock and Helter Skelter, Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah.
You name it. Papoose, the first DVD he ever rapped on.
Wow.
But Raheem came to the crib. I think Easy Mo B bought him. And this verse that I got from him, oh my God, he talked about his life in this verse.
Yeah.
I said, yo,
yeah,
how you gonna be around when rap first started and still be this nice?
Right. Yes, he's nice. He's nice, and he can sing.
And he was the youngest one in the group too. So
yeah, and he can sing. And,
wow.
and you know, one of his favorite, you know, routines, you know, just stepped in the party, but can't keep from getting on the dance floor. I love that. Oh my God, man. Yo, Raheem, man, was one of the greatest, man. He was one of the greatest. I love Raheem, man. I love all those guys, man. Like just growing up, you know, and I'm close to their age, but you know, I looked up to those guys. I just looked up to them because they were just so great, you know, during that time of hip hop, you know. But then after that, you know, I mean, this next 5 is just, I think it's just the greatest MCs of all time, you know. And you know, that's Biggie, that's Jay-Z, that's Nas. Do I need to say any more?
Two more, dude.
Oh man, Big Daddy Kane and Rakim. Those are my guys, man. Those are my guys. And I'm older than them, but I look up to those guys too, because they were great.
I'm gonna let it out the bag because I want to manifest this. Right? My guy, is hooking up the situation right now to get Rakim on the show.
Good.
He's very close with you know, Rakim's people.
Yeah.
And he asked me, he was like, yo, G, would you be interested in interviewing Rakim? Because I put up a picture of him playing ball.
Right.
Him and, oh my God, who was this other guy I put up? Him and another legendary MC was on the same team in Wine Dance, playing ball.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know, it's funny that you
He's going to kill me right now because I'm not remembering.
It's funny that you mention that because there's a lot of rappers in the beginning were basketball players. Like
you would have
Easy
never
AD
known.
from the Cold Crush. Yeah, Easy AD from the Cold Crush. He
Right.
played for South Bronx High School basketball team. He was a leading scorer and leading assist man on the South Bronx High School basketball team.
Wow.
No, and nobody would ever know that. Yeah, these dudes were playing basketball and rapping at the same time.
Said G also played for Benjamin Franklin from Ultra Magnetic MC.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Kenny Hutchinson told me that.
Ball players, man. They were ball players. Before you hear about these guys now, because people think that the guys now are the first ones to play basketball and rap. Nah.
Right.
They've been doing that, man. They've been doing that. And also, you know, you hear about these guys being the first moguls and the first producers, and the first, in my opinion, the first producer, the first hip hop mogul, the first manager, the first promoters of hip hop was DJ Kool Herc and Africa Bambaataa. They did all the parties in the Bronx back in the day, and the L Brothers. They did all the parties.
Tell me some more about the L Brothers, because I don't know too much about their story.
I don't know the whole story, but the L Brothers, they had other, like some of the Fantastic Fives was with the L Brothers at first, and then they broke off and made up the Fantastic Five, and then Theodore came with them. But the L Brothers started with Mean Gene, who's Grand Wizard Theodore's older brother, and Mean Gene was the one that started the L Brothers.
Mean Gene. Some that name sound familiar.
Yeah.
You know who it was? It was Rakim and Van Silk. Played
team. Van Silk. Yeah. Wow.
Van Silk.
Wow.
Right?
Wow. Yeah.
They was on the same team.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Let's get to this other top five, brother.
Yeah.
Let's get to this other top five.
Yeah.
The top five players you played against.
That I played against?
Yep.
Ooh. Man, Kurt Sumter.
Wasn't he special?
Oh my God.
Do you know the story about Kurt Sumter?
I know a little bit about it, you know.
All right. Well, let me know if you know this. Kurt Sumter went out to play for USC.
I didn't know that.
Got recruited to play at USC, got to USC, and promised him a starting job. He earned a starting job, but they wanted to give it to Ronnie Lott, the football player.
Wow.
This is the story that I heard.
Wow.
I think Coach Haskins told me the story.
And
then he was upset that they would give it to Ronnie Lott, the football player, and I think he left school. And you know, back then, guys left school for the smallest reasons back then.
Yeah.
And it probably was huge to him, but we look at it like, it's Ronnie Lott. But back then, dudes was like, you know, when they were good and they were nice,
right?
That's all they had.
Yeah.
And then he came back to New York City, and him and Pete Edwards ruled the city for about 6-7 years.
That's right. Absolutely.
Won every tournament every year. They would just go throughout the city and win everything.
Everything.
And then I didn't know that his son was Kurt Sumter, who played for Villanova.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I still stay in contact with him now. Yeah. He comes out to work out with us in Delaware sometimes too. Yeah.
I would love to get him. You know, I hit him up and told him I would love to get him on the
Mhm.
show, and,
Yeah, of
and
course.
so I can hear and verify that story, right,
Mhm.
about his dad.
Yeah.
Because I saw his dad come up. You know, his dad had the shag, right?
Yeah.
Was killing guys, killing guys, and Pete Edwards was shutting everything down.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
Brew Crew, right?
Brew Crew. That's right. Yep. Yeah. He
All right,
was
so
the
that's
toughest
number one
man.
on your list.
That's number one. Pete Edwards is another.
He don't like to talk about his story.
No,
I had a couple of guys already approached him about coming on.
he was tough. I mean, they were the New York City version of Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars.
Yes.
That's who they were.
Fact.
That's who they were.
Yeah.
They terrorized the city for a few years, man. Especially West 4th Street, because that's where I played with them. I played against them a couple of times in West 4th, and they was, man, they was. I think the first time I played against Kurt, I had 35 against him, and he had 45.
Woo!
Yeah, 40. I think because I don't think he ever saw me play, and you know I was scoring, and I think after I scored a couple of times, he's like, "Hold up, man, I'm about to bust this little kid butt right here."
Hey, listen, 35 ain't too
Yeah.
shabby to have against the great one.
Yeah. He was tough, man. But you know, I was fast, so I just used my speed a lot, you know, against him. He wasn't really that fast, but he was just crafty. You know what I mean? And he knew how to get to his spots and get his shot off. And he was a mid-range killer, you know.
Yeah.
And he was just tough, man. He was tough, man. You couldn't take the ball from him. You know, he knew how to use his body. He knew how to get to the basket. He knew how to draw fouls. I mean, he was a killer, man. He was a killer. Darryl McDonald was another one. I think I'm saying his name
D-Mac,
right.
another
D-Mac,
friend of the
yeah.
show.
I think D-Mac was playing with Westchester Community College at the time.
Yeah.
And we played him in college. And man, I was like, yo, this kid, he got everything. I'm like, this kid got everything, man. Yeah, he was a total package. He was a total package. I really thought they would play in the NBA. I really thought that one day he would play in the NBA, man, because he was just that good, man. He was just that
But
good.
you know, the 3 New York City guys
Mm-hmm.
who got MVP of the NBL,
Uh-huh.
you know who those 3 players were?
No, who are they?
D-Mac,
Mm.
Homicide, and my guy Gary Irvin.
Wow. That's amazing. Wow. Yeah, man, them guys was tough, man. Like them guys, great competitors, great basketball players, man. Like, you know, they was just tough, man. You know what I mean? It was so many tough players, man. Just so many of them. Just thinking about some of the guys, like even like the local guys in BRC, Gershwin, you know what I mean, in the parks, like, you know, playing in pink houses. Like I played against a lot of tough guys in pink houses. Like
You got 2 more. Who those 2 local guys? I ain't forget.
Greg Washington was a tough one too.
Mm.
You remember Greg Washington?
No.
Yeah, G Nice. Greg Washington from Brooklyn. He played in Gershwin. He played in BRC. He played everywhere. He played in West 4th. He played everywhere.
Oh, yeah,
Greg.
yeah. Shooting Greg.
Shooting Greg. Yeah.
Yes.
Greg.
Yes.
Greg was tough, man.
Yes, definitely.
He was tough, man. I love the way Greg played, man. I always
Fundamentally sound. Yeah.
Yeah, I always loved the way he played. I remember playing against him one time, and you know, I'm a little shorter than him, but I thought I could steal the ball from him because that was my forte. I stole the ball from everybody. You just couldn't put the ball in front of me. And he backed me down one time and did a spin move. I'm like, oh shoot, where he went? So yeah, Greg was tough, man. He was tough. And then the other guy that was tough was I think his name is Clark Eli. You remember Clark Eli?
Not too
Clark
familiar.
Eli. He played with the Brew Crew too, I think. No, he played with Marty's crew. He played with Marty's crew.
Okay.
I think he passed away recently, a few years back, and he was another guard that was tough. He reminded me of Sam Cassell. He reminded me of Sam Cassell. He was tough, man. He was tough. Very hard to guard. Very, very hard to guard. My thing was speed. You couldn't stay in front of me. You know what I mean? But he was crafty. He knew how to get to the basket. He knew how to get into open space. And, he did a great job of faking you out. So, yeah, I think that's my top 5.
All right, last one, brother. We're going to let you get out of here. Top 5 players in New York City history.
Top 5 players in New York City history. Darn. Woo. That's tough. Man, that's tough. Because it ain't just 5.
I know.
It ain't just 5.
And everybody 5 is a little bit different. Never seems too amazing.
The ones that I've seen or the ones that I know of?
Either or. I'm not going to limit you.
Man.
And plus, if I say that, it makes it too easy, right?
Wow, yeah. So I definitely have to say my man Steve Burt, Kenny Anderson, Skip to My Lou is definitely one of my favorites of all time. Like,
why was Skip one of your favorites?
I first saw Skip. He was about 15 playing at IS8. And he was playing with Stephon Marbury. And I was like, wow, these kids, man. I say, these are kids. What the hell? And then he didn't do that great. He didn't do a whole lot. But then I saw him for the second time at Rucker Park. It was Skip to My Lou, Stephon Marbury, Zendon Hamilton, Todd Miles. They had a crazy team. And Coach Ron from Cardozo was the coach. He was okay. His nickname was the teacher. His name was the teacher. And the things that this kid did, man, he started skipping. I was like, what the heck? He was tough, man. He was tough. It was things he can do with the basketball that I haven't seen, from a lot of people, man. And he was just smooth with it, man. You know what I mean? And at that time he was young. He was just coming into himself and his game and still learning about the game. But he just had so many tricks. He's just so good at dribbling and passing and seeing the floor. He was tough, man. He was tough. He's definitely one of my top 5, man. Definitely. Marbury, I gotta put Marbury in one of my top 5 too. Marbury was oof.
Which
man.
one?
Stephon Marbury.
Okay, I knew you were talking about. But I'd let people know that his brothers was nice too.
Yeah. I played against one of his brothers in West Forth a couple of times. It was nice too. I think was it Eric?
It was Eric.
Yeah.
No, it was Don. Yeah. Probably Don.
Might have been Don.
Y'all around the same age, yeah.
One of them guys. Yeah.
Eric or Don, it could have been either or.
Yeah. He was tough, man. And then I think I got to give the last spot Conrad McRae.
R.I.P. McNasty.
McNasty was nasty. I used to watch him at Rucker Park. He was, oh my God. He just took over a game. One game he blocking shots. And he not just blocking shot. He tossing the ball over the fence into the trees. And you like looking up like, yo, where'd the ball go? This kid. And he dunked on everybody. He'd dunk on your mother if you let him. He was a beast. Conrad McRae was
the nicest guy off the court, but the nastiest player on the court.
Nastiest, man. Yeah, that I say will be my top 5, man. But there's more.
Yeah.
That's all
I want to go back. Now. I want to go back to Stephon because he kind of transcended the culture, right?
Yeah. Yes.
When the NBA kind of gave up on him,
Yeah.
When he even thought, you know, his NBA, his basketball career was over.
Yeah.
He goes to China. He leaves New York City, a legend, and goes to China and becomes an icon.
Yes. Yes. With a statue. With a statue.
Don't get any better. Don't get more iconic than that.
And 2 or 3 championships. You know what I mean? And my man Jason Thompson played for him in China too, for 1 year.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That brother, man, like, I remember the first time I saw him at IS-8, I think he's like 16, and he had a car. I think he had an Acura or something like that. And I, that was like, what's this kid doing with a car?
This is before LeBron. This is before LeBron.
Before LeBron. But I watched him at Rucker Park too, man. And he's another Steph Curry before Steph Curry, man. He literally was shooting from half court, man. He's
getting this high off the ground.
That high off the ground, man. That high, man. Listen. Oh my God, man. That boy could shoot the ball. That boy could shoot the ball, and he could jump, and he could dunk, and he had handle. He had everything. He had a total package. He had the total package, man. You know, he reminded me of DeJuan Wagner. DeJuan Wagner could shoot like that.
Yes.
DeJuan Wagner could jump like that. You know, his son is playing now. His son is awesome. His son's going to be another great. You know what I mean?
Listen, Lloyd called me one day. Lloyd Daniels called me.
Yeah.
I'm at work. He was like, yo, Poole, let me just get your opinion on something. And he said, what's your opinion on DJ Wagner? I said, yo, he the goods, Lloyd. Like, I watched the full game against him when they played Roselle.
Yeah.
You know, I was right in front of the TV watching this thing. I loved his patience. He didn't rush, get the shot off. But once he got going.
That's right.
And Roselle was beating them the whole game. They came back and won.
That's right. I saw that game. That's right. Yeah.
But the game Lloyd saw, Lloyd said he didn't see anything. I said, trust me, Lloyd, go see him again. Because it's probably one of those games where, again, he just don't come out firing like most dudes who the star.
No. He, you know, and he's different from his dad. You know, he has some of the same skills as his dad. He just don't have the hops that his dad had. His dad probably had crazy hops.
Right.
But his court awareness and his vision is impeccable. You know, and he sees the floor so well. You know, he reads the defense very well. He knows how to get the ball to the open man, and he knows how to score. And the kid can score. And no doubt about it, he can score. And it's funny. I used to train him when he was in middle school.
Wow.
I used to train his dad too. We used to all train together, you know, in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. You know what I mean? And me and his dad are good friends. And man, I still watch these kids. You know, I don't get to see him as much as I like to, but I still watch this kid from afar, man. And the work that his dad has done with him, I mean, and his grandfather too, Milt Wagner. Shout out to Milt Wagner, man, because he comes from a great gene of basketball family. You know what I mean? And they've done a great job with him. And not only is he a great basketball player, but he's an A student. He has a 4.0 GPA. He's an A student. The kid is highly intelligent. Highly intelligent. You know what I mean? His brother is playing in Kentucky right now. He got an older brother that's playing in Kentucky.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, one of his teammates, Lance Weir, he's playing in Kentucky. His brother's Raheem Watkins. He's playing in Kentucky now. You know what I mean?
Listen, that Cannon team got some players on there.
Oh my God, they got some players. Yeah, they tough. And Rick Brunson is a great coach. You know, he's great at what he do. You know, I coached his son back in 2016. We was in a summer league out in Jersey, and his son played with me with Dante DiVincenzo. We all played together and won a championship that year. You know what I mean? And you know, we all live in the same area. We all connect, you know, with each other and know the same people, man. And they just great people, man. Great people, great players, and great coaches. And the pedigree and the genes just keep passing on from one generation to the next, man. Because Jalen Brunson is a beast, man. He's a beast. He's a lot better than his dad. He got it all.
That's saying a lot.
He got it all. His dad was tough. But what Jalen has in him now, that's what his dad gave him. Because I watched his dad train Jalen, in the gym some days, and he gave it to him, man. He worked him hard to get him where he at right now, and it all paid off. So kudos to those guys, man. You know what I mean? Proud of them.
Have you heard of Tyler Johnson?
No, I haven't heard of Tyler Johnson. Where's he from?
I think he goes to, where Tyler go? St. Benedict's.
I probably seen him because we played St. Benedict's this year. I might have
He's
seen
the
him.
point. He's the point guard.
Oh yeah. He's tough. He's tough. He's
from Brooklyn.
He's from Brooklyn? I didn't know that. He got one more year.
Well, they live in Jersey now.
Yeah.
The parents moved to Brooklyn.
Okay.
Moved to Jersey.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
He got one more year, right?
Yeah.
Benedict's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's tough, man. He's tough. I think he had like 20-something, 26 or 28 against us. Yeah, he's good.
He's the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He knows how to get to the basket.
Yeah.
He's crafty. He gets into the gaps really well. You know what I mean? And he knows how to score the ball. He definitely knows how to score the ball. Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's going D1.
Oh,
Definitely
for sure. He's like one of the top guards in the country.
Yeah. He's definitely going.
He got nice size on him.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. He's been
You're
doing
right.
it for a long time. Ever since his elementary school, he's been one of the best kids.
Wow. That's great.
Yeah. Him and Khalil Brantley, they all was in the same team.
Really?
At Nazareth before Tiny left. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep.
Shout out to Tiny.
Yeah. Always linked in the house.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Listen, you get to nominate anybody you want to come on the show. You have a few if you want. I know you always gonna spread the word. I'm not worried about that.
Yes, sir.
But definitely, man. I'm glad we was able to get this. The story on the show.
Yeah.
And just let people know that you had a little bit more to you than just being a coach in the sidelines, right?
Yes. Absolutely, man. Thank you so much. God bless you. I appreciate you, man. And I love everything that you're doing. I'm proud of you as well, man. And this has been a blessing for me, man. Thank you so much, man. I love telling these stories, man. I love getting the word out and helping kids and just giving kids more education about what's going on today and what's going on, yesterday and how we can prepare for the future to be better men and better basketball players. So thank you, my brother. Thank you. And you're doing a great job too.
Thank you, man. We started out a little rough, baby, but we got it going.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And Ant Green. Now you show up, Ant Green. That's Lou King's brother right there, Ant Green. Sir
Okay.
Green.
What up, Ant? What's going on?
Lou King's brother right there, the older brother. He taught him everything he know.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Thanks, Pooh. Appreciate you, man.
No doubt, man. I'm holler at you soon, Tom.
All right, bet.
All right. Peace, brother.